So here's the pen tool. Just take it straight away and just zoom into it. Cap locks are the key. Okay, smart guide. So just going to keep it straight away. Right here's a curve, so I'll give it a slight curve. The space bar I can still hold down before I let go of the mouse. I'm just going to swap this over. And again, curving up here. If you think you can grab that curve in there, that's good. The shift key is going to keep the handles equal distances away. Spacebar allows me to keep it closely zoomed in and moved across, and here's the option key. Don't really worry about lining these up yet. I'll show you how to do that in a second. So there, I have that pretty easily drawn. Here it comes. It does give me a little smart guide up here. This has a slight curve that way. Click on there on the option key again to get it so that it's a anchor point of a corner. You can line those up. Spreading this down. So here I'm just going to slightly make a curve and go right at the top again and click on that curve. So it gives me this piece. If I had to draw the letter C from scratch, I can do that part first, drag the handles out, kind of come to this midpoint, how far I can get, maybe try to make it all the way to the end. Again, I have the space bar, I can move up and get that to click down. Shift key to keep it straight. I'll try to come just to give it a little bit of a start. And the space bar lets me bring that up. Okay, so that's one way to do the letter C, probably the easiest, unless you can actually find the font. So I'll just set this over here. This one was close, so I'll swap it so that it has just the stroke there. And now that I see it, I'm probably going to stay with the one that I drew, but in the future, I have the type, and this is where you can take the type, create outlines, and it'll break it apart now so that this is just the points, and you can kind of see the points right here. Okay, and again, you can use the pen tool just to create a shape. Selection and just grab the two of them, and use the shape builder tool just to eliminate those pieces. So then it's just a matter of trying to use the arrow key to drop these down, the handles to adjust it. Move this one up. There's a handle there to adjust. So now if I shift key these two together, it has these two circular parts, lets me angle those so I can get a curve, come back and set that in there. So it's pretty accurate. It does come here, it gets a little wider than normal here, so let's see. That's the width of it gets a little tight. And then coming up here so I can drop this down and over, straighten out some of these handles. I have the direct selection tool, I can grab this cluster of points, move them over, and adjust, again, adjusting the handles. So it's just a little bit more adjustment, but it does get you started off with a font that's somewhat close to that. Okay. Keep in mind with the pen tool, when you window shade this out, you have the convert tool, so that's going to convert. Anchor point tool is going to switch it over back and forth, but this part's a little thicker here. Okay, you have a lasso tool. If I'm going to try to grab a series of points, that's a little bit easier to select. These are highlighted, so I can use the arrow key to move that over and do the same with these points. This just works a little bit more like a freeform selection tool to tighten those up there like that. Okay. And once you have it, depending on which one you use, just adjust it and move the parts out of the way. Take the rectangle tool, create this outside section, swap it so it's just a point, take the color of the eyedrop tool, And again, object, arrange, these are all the keystrokes. The command with the bracket, command shift with the bracket puts it all the way back or forward. So that's what that one is. Then you can just select these pieces in between. Okay, take your color swatch, you can pick that up here, swap this over so it's black. Double click on this one, make it white. Okay, and now when you select this entire piece, make sure you don't get these guys. It's off the pasteboard here. So here it is. When you do the selection, you already have the export selection piece created. Here's the section for it. Click on this highlight. I'll get a folder in there. This in here. Space. Hit create. I'll put that in there and then the choose. And again, this is the prefix that'll have your name in there. When you export the asset, it pops open for you. You can see it right